Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Kraken King coming back at you. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a how to replace the hydraulic fluid on your 5-ton log splitter from Harbor Freight. So stick around. Alright guys, so for those of you that have maybe purchased this from Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and did not receive this manual and have not looked it up online on how to do this, then you found the right video. So today I'm just going to be doing a brief overview on how to replace or top off the fluids in the Central Machinery branded 5-ton electric log splitter from Harbor Freight. Most all the variations should be applicable except for a few notes which I will show you in this manual. So first what I'm going to do is give you a walk around of this manual. So for those of you that don't want to listen to me ramble, you guys could pause the video. Otherwise I'm going to read these from step 1 to 14 and then kind of show you a little bit of the tips and tricks that I do to make sure that the fluid change goes smoothly. So the topic of the video, like I'd said, replacing the hydraulic fluid. Hopefully you guys can see this. So they recommend that you change the hydraulic fluid after every 100 hours of use. So step 1 says unplug the cord. Step 2 says remove the rubber feet from the ends of the front feet. So what they're talking about, and sorry about the lighting, is these rubber feet right here. Okay. So for step 3, says place the front legs of the tool in a 5-quart or greater capacity container. Raise the wheeled end of the log splitter using blocks and wheel chocks, tilting the unit to approximately 30 degrees. That would allow all the hydraulic fluid to go out. If it's colder, it may take a little bit longer to drain. So step 4 says remove the vent plug, then remove the dipstick with a 3/4 inch for my model specific or a hex key, and then drain the fluid reservoir. Dispose of the old hydraulic fluid in accordance with the local regulations. My O'Reilly's in this state of Missouri allows me to dispose of 5 gallons of oil per day, so that might be a place that you could check out, or AutoZone might do it, I'm not for sure, for your old fluids. Moving on, step 5 says after the old fluid has been drained, remove the control handle, which would be this. This just unscrews. After you remove the control handle, it says use the lift handle to raise the log splitter to the standing position on the wheeled end of the unit. Step 6 says refill the fluid reservoir with 3.4 quarts, or for you Canadian guys, 3.2 liters of fresh AW32 hydraulic fluid, which looks like this if you purchase it from O'Reilly's, which I did. There's a special note here and something that I wanted to share with you guys. If the AW32 hydraulic fluid is not available, you can use Dextron 2 automatic transmission fluid. So it says right here, you can use Dextron 2 automatic transmission fluid as a substitute, but it says do not mix Dextron 2 with AW32 hydraulic fluid. So what you'd want to do is drain the reservoir completely if substituting Dextron 2. I just need to top mine off a little bit. It's just a little low, I think. So I couldn't just top it off with this, which I would have loved to. So I had to buy this. But if you're wanting to just do an automatic transmission fluid, just change it all out and then you can just start running it if it's cheaper or you have access to it. So moving on. Number 7, step 7 says wipe off the dipstick and the end thread it into the fluid reservoir. Remove and check to make sure the fluid level is within the 2 marks on the dipstick, which for a closer view, hopefully you guys can see it. This would be the dipstick, and so the very bottom is low, full. Mine was in the middle, and so I just thought that I would top it off, and this is the upright position they're talking about. Let me finish this off real quick and then I'll kind of get to changing mine. So after you have removed the dipstick and checked the fluid levels and filled it up, you'll move to step 8. So it says replace the dipstick and tighten securely. For those of you that have bought this brand new, you will notice when you have the manual, come with two items in this bag. Come with the handle and this copper little washer right here. That copper washer is actually for the dipstick seal. I'll tilt mine up here in a minute and show you. So keep that handy for after you've crushed your other copper washer too many times and it leaks. So replace the dipstick and tighten it securely. Replace the rubber feet on the ends of the front legs. Use the lift handle to return the unit to its normal horizontal operating position, and then plug in the cord. So like I'd said, this is a two-handed operated model. I believe if you'd like to know the exact model, I have a review and unboxing of it on my channel, so go check that out. Then step 12 is just showing you the operations. Step 13 would be when you're done splitting, and then step 14 is how you would make sure you unplug it. And then bleeding the hydraulic system will come afterwards. Right, so after you remove the handle, then you will tilt it up in the upright position. I used a, hopefully you guys can see this, 3/4 inch socket, fit on there well. Then you just loosen this up. You'll pull the dipstick out, making sure that you don't lose this copper washer. Now the tip that I referred to earlier in the video that got corrupted was before you pull this plug out, I always make sure to wipe this area down very thoroughly so you don't get any contaminants inside the unit. Once you pull this out and make sure you keep your copper washer with it, you will then check to make sure that the you can either, you know how you did with the manual, it said to drain it and all that stuff. This would be about what it would look like when you go to refill it. So this should already be out from draining. You would put in the appropriate fluid that you decide to use. It said how many quarts that went in. Then you would tighten this back down nice and tight, set it back down the way it is, and then what you'll do is make sure to remove the vent plug, and then you want to bleed the hydraulic system to make sure that all the air is out. So I'd already done that too and lost that video too. So it says right here, once you've changed the fluids, you're ready to split. Before you split, you'll remove the plug, set it down, install your handle back on, and then like it says here, the trapped air may accumulate in the fluid reservoir, causing the ram to move erratically or not at all, so making it necessary to bleed the hydraulic system of excess air. And so to bleed the hydraulic system, you guys could possibly just pause this here. Otherwise I'm just going to give you the quick and dirty on how I did it. So what I did was laid this unit back down. I removed this vent plug, put my handle back on, plugged it back in, and then I cycled the ram several times, maybe a dozen, half a dozen, I'm not sure, until I got full travel without any sort of erratic noise coming from the pump. I got a full travel in, and then it all come back out, and I didn't see any kind of fluid spitting out of here. Once I was done with that step, then I went back and I double checked to make sure that this was not leaking. Then I made sure to secure this on my unit, and I continued to split. This is the amount of wood that I've split with it so far, and the thing has not missed a beat. It is probably 30 degrees or so. It's been really cold here, so I'm really surprised that it's moving it. So thanks for tuning in. I hope that I've helped somebody. Sorry for being kind of not as thorough or as good as I could be. It's really late. My GoPro battery was dying in the last video, and then all the last video got corrupted. So if you enjoyed what you've watched, please hit the thumbs up. It helps my videos to be seen by other people. And then also leave a comment below and let me know if I actually helped you out, if you had bought this without the manual and that it helped out, or any other tips and tricks that you may have on this unit that other people might want to know. And then as always, just stay cool. Hey, what's up there? You guys that stay for after the credit roll? I figure I would just put in some B-roll of me griping and complaining like a little girl. It was a shame that I shot the whole video and it was corrupted, but anyways, I'm gonna put all this junk up because the video is now over. And hopefully I can get in the house and get this edited, and at least maybe the still shots of the manual might help a few people. But if you guys are still here this far, yeah, let me know what you'd like to see in the upcoming videos, because I sure could use the suggestions. Oh god, this is heavy. Oh. Fun fact, you should probably clean your area off before you roll that thing around. Lets it roll a lot easier. Alright. Well, I would show you Samson, but it's dark and he's black, so it doesn't really show up very well. I'm going to go ahead and put all this stuff up. But thanks for watching all the way to the